Welcome, everyone. Your range is so much more than just an appliance. It's really the centerpiece of your kitchen, the workhorse you use for just about every meal. So, if you're shopping for a new one, choosing the right model is a huge decision. Let's make sure you get it right.
Okay, let's dive right in. It is so easy to get lost in all the technical specs and features. But you know what? The best way to start is by asking yourself, what kind of cook am I, and what does my kitchen truly need? That's what this is all about. Matching the machine to your actual cooking style.
And that brings us to the very first, and you could argue the most important decision you're going to make, the fuel type. Now, this isn't just about what hookups you have in your wall. It's about matching the technology to how you really live and cook in your kitchen.
I love how this slide frames the choice, because it's really about three different kinds of people, right? Are you the classic chef who just loves the feel of a real flame? Or maybe you're the practical pragmatist, just looking for a simple, effective solution that works? Or are you the tech-savvy speed demon who wants the absolute latest and greatest? Let's break them down.
So, gas ranges. They're beloved by traditionalists for a really good reason. You get that incredible, immediate feedback. You see the flame, you know exactly what the heat's doing. Plus, here's a cool perk. During a power outage, you can often just light the burners with a match. But what's the trade-off? Well, they're actually slower to boil water than the electric options. And let's be honest, cleaning around all those grates and burners can be a real pain.
Next up is the electric smooth top. This is the most popular type of range on the market, and it's really easy to see why. They're affordable, they're super simple to install with a standard 240-volt outlet, and that flat glass surface, it's a total breeze to wipe down. Now, the main drawback here is responsiveness. The burners hold on to heat, so when you turn the temperature down, it takes a few minutes for the pan to actually cool off.
And then there's induction. Look, if you want pure performance, this is where it's at. It is the fastest way to boil water, it offers instant temperature control, and the surface itself stays cool, which makes it incredibly safe, especially if you have kids. So what's the catch? Well, it's the most expensive option, and it only works with magnetic cookware, think cast iron or stainless steel. And a quick heads up for our viewers in Quebec, you might be able to get a $250 rebate from Logisvert for choosing this super energy-efficient option.
This really shows why induction is so different. It's not a hot surface that's heating up your pan. Instead, it's a magnetic field that literally turns your pan into the source of the heat. All the energy goes directly into the cookware. That is the secret behind its amazing speed, precision, and safety. It's pretty cool science.
Okay, so you've thought about the technology, you've picked your fuel type, now let's get into the nitty-gritty of installation. Because, choosing the right fuel type is half the battle, but none of it matters if the range doesn't actually fit in your kitchen. You're going to see two main types out there. Freestanding ranges are the most common. They have finished sides so they can go anywhere. Their controls are usually on that raised back guard panel. Slide-in models, on the other hand, are designed to give you that custom built-in look by slipping right between your cabinets. Their controls are on the front, which is awesome for showing off a beautiful tile backsplash, but it can be a bit of a safety concern if you have curious little kids.
All right, this is so important. Measure everything. And then, I'm serious, measure it again. Most ranges are a standard 30 inches wide, but you need to check the exact width, depth, and height of your space. And that fourth step, oh man, that's the one so many people forget. Measure your delivery path. Make sure you can actually get the appliance into your kitchen without having to take a door off its hinges.
All right, now we get to the fun part. Modern ranges are just loaded with features. So let's cut through all that marketing noise and talk about the power-ups that will genuinely make your life easier, and let's be real, your food taste even better.
So on the cooktop, you want to look for features that give you flexibility. Expandable elements are great because they let you match the burner size to your pan. A bridge element? Fantastic for using a long griddle to make pancakes for the whole family. And a dedicated warming zone is an absolute lifesaver when you're trying to juggle multiple dishes for a big dinner.
And inside the oven, the options are just as exciting. A double oven is a total game changer if you often cook multiple things at different temperatures. That air fry mode is on almost every new model now, and it gives you super crispy results without needing a whole separate appliance. And smart features like Wi-Fi connectivity let you do things like preheat the oven on your way home from work. How cool is that?
This brings us to a question that I get asked all the time. Is convection really worth the extra money? It's a feature that's often misunderstood, so let's just clear it up once and for all.
The short answer is yes, but it really depends on the type. See, standard convection just uses a fan to blow the hot air around that's already in the oven. It's good, don't get me wrong, but true convection, which is sometimes called European convection, has a third heating element, right there by the fan. This blows evenly heated air all throughout the oven, which is a massive, massive upgrade for serious bakers who need perfect, consistent results across multiple racks of cookies.
Okay, let's talk about the final considerations. A range is a long-term investment, right? So let's talk about what it's going to be like to live with it, day in and day out. Everything from your energy bills to the dreaded cleanup.
And this just brilliantly illustrates the long-term savings you get with induction. Because it's so incredibly efficient at transferring energy, an induction range uses, on average, almost 40% less electricity over a year than a standard electric smooth top. That's a real difference you're actually going to see on your energy bill. Now, when it comes to cleaning the oven, you're looking at a pretty clear trade-off. The pyrolytic self-clean option blasts your oven with super high heat, basically incinerating everything into a fine ash. It's incredibly effective, but it takes hours and can produce some pretty strong odors. The hydrolytic, or steam clean, is much faster and uses way less energy, but it really just loosens the grind. You're still going to have to do a fair bit of wiping yourself.
Okay, let's wrap this all up in a final checklist. First things first, match the fuel type to your cooking personality. Second, measure your space and your delivery path. Decide if you want a freestanding or a slide-in model for the right look. And be honest with yourself about which features you'll really use. Finally, think about those long-term factors. Oh, and here's a fantastic pro tip. Take your biggest roasting pan with you to the store to make sure it actually fits inside the oven you're looking at.
You know, in the end, all of these technical details, they all serve one purpose: to help you find the perfect tool for your creativity in the kitchen. A range is so much more than just a box that gets hot. It truly is the heart of your kitchen. So the real question isn't just what range you'll buy, but what amazing things you're going to create with it. Happy cooking!